Good morning, YouTube. Just got in from the blind this morning. Brrr. And windy as hell. Holy Hannah. No wonder nothing came up there. I wouldn't want to be out there either, so they're probably bedding down, the little boogers. Okay, so this cam footage is from yesterday, from 11 a.m. when I went out there to, well, this morning. Okay, so last night. Man, I gotta tell you, I just had one little peekaboo before starting this, and I'm like, oh man, we gotta put this on video. Alright, so let's go through this. There's only a little over 100 photos. This is why hunting time should be, I say, increased a little bit at least. That, or let us night hunt these buggers. Anyhow, first doe, 513. Now, get this. I left at 5 last night because we had stuff going on and whatnot. We had to go to the grocery store and time crunch. They close by 6 in this friggin' little town that we live in. Anyway, so 513, the first doe starts to roll in here. And it's like, yeah, okay, well, that only gives me 2 minutes for her to get into position, me to get the crossbow up and shoot her. And then I'm good, because once you've taken that shot, it doesn't matter if you're out there till midnight looking for the sucker. They don't care, right? But you have a time period as a hunter wherever you live, and that's it. You have to be out of there by that ending period. And our full end for the day, that half hour after sunset, well, that was 5:15 last night. And here rolls this thing in around 5:13. It gets much more to cry about, though. Okay, 2 at 5:16, 1 minute after close. Now, the last couple days, people have been whacking does, but obviously not in my small area where I am. And these things live down in the field. Okay, does and bucks will stay within a certain range, and they're being well fed. They've got water year round, the whole nine. They're not going to stray too far away, okay, even when they're running around during the day, and they're always going to come back to wherever they have chosen, right? At least this is some of the info I've been learning. How much BS there is to it, I have no idea. But let's keep going. Now, it was really nasty out yesterday. It was raining like a mother, and then it would calm down, and a little tiny bit of wind, but not bad. Last night, on the other hand, it was snowing after midnight, and now it's windy as hell out there, so they're bedded down, but they also cleaned out my friggin' food again, so they're not coming back for the morning. I should have known better on this one. At the beginning of the season, you'll find a lot of times your food is still there, especially in October. Like the morning, it could be all night. They're not going to really pick much on it. In the morning, yeah, there's still some food left. Well, once you get into late October and now into November, they are stockpiling because of the rut, and they are eating like monsters, okay? And ever since October 1st, so far, these guys have costed me just under $200 in food, and that's just the corn. Okay, and then you've got the pumpkins, and you got other stuff, and it's like, oh my gosh, I just want to kill a doe, right? Because I have a doe tag this year. Okay, so in comes our buck. We have 2 bucks that we know of so far, a 10-pointer and an 8. And we also got a doe sitting over here. In comes this buck. Now, I thought that doe was big. You know, I mean, this buck freaking dwarfs them. Like, I've seen pictures of the doe that I almost shot the other day, but she wouldn't let me, and that's why I got a crossbow sitting on the table now. Anyways, let's continue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. This is probably our 10-pointer, I think. Anyways, so let's continue on. Look at the size of that beast. Like, oh my, I would so love to shoot him. Like, even in comparison to a doe, and they're not very far from each other, like, at all, right? That's a big buck. 1, 2, 1. Yeah, I think that's our 8-pointer, because I don't see any points in the middle of his head. It looks like a doe coming up behind him. But look at the size of this thing. oh, would I ever so love to get him? But that's like 8 o'clock at night, right? It's like, man, that sucks. Don't worry, there's more to cry about. In comes the buck again. And how come I guess he didn't stay. He must have just went right past. 8:40, yeah, he went right past. He didn't even stay around. Mr. Bunny Rabbit. In comes the doe at 12:30 a.m. There's still some food there. Now, two does now. Now, I also made the food pile over in this area because it is an exact perfect alignment with her head hitting left and the position she's in. This is like a repeat of last Sunday, except this doe's head here was that way, and they were literally stacked, one in front of the other. And, oh, 2 for 1, right? Except I only got 1 doe tag, right? But this is the position I want the doe in when I take the shot, hopefully. Because in this way, if she runs within this channel, she's gonna get stopped real quick. She's got nowhere to jump. She is done. She's not getting anywhere. She's gonna die quick once I shoot her. Anyways, it's nice to know the layout of the land. But look at the size of her. She's big. Now, I'm pretty sure this is, I don't know if this is the exact same doe, but this is the size. And that thing is a monster. Kind of like that buck, right? It's like, man. Now, they get spooked easy. She's looking around. She's hearing something. Oh, Mr. Bunny Rabbit. 5:40 a.m. Okay, now I didn't go out this morning until just slightly after 6, so let's see what happens next. That's it. That's the end of our roll. So there was nothing out there after 5:40, and it was the bunny, and I'm not shooting him. He's what we call our apocalypse bunny. You know, if shit hits the fan, well, then he's going to be, you know, on the menu. But otherwise, he's a friendly little rabbit, and he's been letting me get closer to him over the last several years. So, but yeah, that's kind of really crummy, you know. Like 1 minute after close, and 3 minutes just before close. Like that was just nasty, y'all. But unfortunately, I couldn't be out there, and by the time they would have gotten to position, I wouldn't have been able to take the shot anyways. It's just one of those things, right? And so we're hoping for some better luck, hopefully tonight, today actually. I'm going to see what the weather is like. I'm supposed to be taking my buddy out to Pioneer, and we're going to see if we can find an open field of deer down there. Because we did have about 3 dozen of them just off Chiswick Road, which is not far from me. Like it's actually, I got to leave this way, you know, 6 houses up to my right, and I take a left right onto Chiswick, and about maybe a quarter of a mile up from there, my landlord saw the one guy's field with over about 3 dozen doe and, well, deer anyways, period. It's hard to tell from the road when you're driving by how, if they're bucks or does, but there was, he figured at least 3 dozen deer there, plus a bunch of wild turkeys. And that was just the other day. So it's like, oh, wow. And then when we're still driving, because we were coming home from the men's breakfast at the church, we saw 3 doe booking it right across another field just ahead of that. And it's like, oh, maybe they'll come out to the stand. Yeah, no. Yeah, it kind of sucked. It really honestly did. It was just not a great day for hunting yesterday, but these bucks are coming back. This is way too often these bucks are coming. The earliest, and I'm not complaining, but the earliest the bucks have come in so far is just after 6 this year. Last year, we didn't see this many bucks, you know, at all. Like, we knew there were 2 there that were different points, but they showed up maybe 2 times, 3 times tops. This is like the 3rd or 4th time in a row of bucks, but and it's the time frame. You know, like they're not going to come out too easily. You know, during hunting hours, that's the one thing, right? That's not something they're going to do, unless they're really, you know, being stupid or something, right? But the doe are always out there all the time, especially in the evenings. Not as much in the mornings. Usually on a church day, though, they've been out in the mornings and I've been missing. So I figured, well, today's a church day. Let's go out there and see what happens. Nothing. Not a bloody thing. And I'm like, man. So I'm supposed to take my buddy out hunting today. Last day of rifle season. Maybe we'll get something with the guns out up in Pioneer area. Don't know. Probably not. But if not, then I'm back at it again tomorrow. Probably... I'll probably do a morning hunt, depending on if I decide I'm going to get up in time. I've been really beating the daylights out of my body with all this hunting, and I really do need to start just doing a couple of night hunts only, because they come the most at night. But, you know, it is getting colder outside, and that is a big thing to draw them in more. They will be on the move a lot more. Let me just check the forecast real quick here. I know today it's supposed to be blowing wind like hell. The snow part is done with, but now we got high winds, and that is going to keep them bedded down even in my area. But if you go to open fields, you may find them up and moving in open fields, but they're not coming to my stand during high winds unless it's in the evening. And that wind actually doesn't stop until about probably closer to 4 today, and it's 4:44 for sunset, so that means I got till 5:14 to hunt. So yeah, tomorrow is 0. Today's only a high of +2, but it is looking like during the week, Wednesday and Thursday this week, we're looking at +3 excuse me, and +6, and sun and cloud. So that'll be good for the evening hunts, for sure. And Friday is 80% chance of rain and 6. They will come out in the rain. If it's a mild rain, then fine. But if it's raining heavy, I might as well just stay in, because they're not coming in a heavy rain. They never have before. Next Saturday is 50% chance of snow +3. That's great for hunting. Really good ideal temperatures too are like 1 degree. Tuesday's like 1 degree sun and cloud, and 0 on tomorrow. So even if we don't get anything out at Pioneer today, if we do get out there, I'm more concerned about the wind myself than anything else, because when it's a really high wind and it's cold, they like to stay bedded down. So it's kind of like, well, I don't know, but usually open fields are good, so we'll have to see. I'll keep you guys up to date, but I thought I'd show you today's footage anyways, and what we're all getting messed out on over here. But damn, at least I still got to December 15th to get my doe. I just really didn't want to end up having to try and hunt even in my little makeshift blind with snow, because my roof won't take much weight. And so, because yeah, it's just a tarp that's kind of more or less suspended in the air kind of thing, with a little bit of help from some pipes. But anyway, we'll have to just deal with it. That's all we can do. But anyway, that's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.